In basic arithmetic class, we all come across this way, or at least use this when we are dividing one number by another. This is what long division for dividing numbers. Okay, before we getting into the topic of this video, here I just want to recall some names. The number inside is called dividend. The number outside left here is called divisor. The number on top is called quotient. The number at the bottom is called remainder. Well, in the next part of the video, we are going to use this method, long division, not for dividing numbers, but finding square roots. In our previous videos, we learned that to find the square root of a number using the prime factorization method. And I told in that video, if the radicand or the square root of a number is large, prime factorization method will take us a lot of time to reduce the number to its prime factors, and the chances of going wrong are very high. Hence, prime factorization method is useful only for small numbers, and for large numbers we can use the long division method. Let's solve some examples to understand how the long division method works. Okay, if we have to reduce this number to its prime factors, we would first have to think of all the divisibility rules, and that would take us a lot of time. So for such large numbers, we use the long division method. The first thing we need to do in the long division method is to draw lines like this. A line on top and a line to the left of the number. When you draw a line on top of the number, remember to leave some space above the number. Once you are done drawing these lines, you are ready for the first step. The first step is group the digits in pairs, starting with the digit in units place. Here the units place is the number 9, so we mark pairs of digits from right hand side. This becomes our first pair from the right, the number 89. We continue to mark pairs till we cover all digits of the number. The next pair will be 68. So the first step was simple. We just mark pairs from the right, which gives us two pairs, 68 and 89. In the second step, think of the square number or perfect square is equal to or just less than the first pair. Well, here our first pair is 68. Since 68 is not a square number, we choose the square number lower than 68. The square number just lower than 68 is 64. Even 49 is a square number lower than 68, but remember, we always choose the one which is closest. We know that 8 squared equals 64. We just found out the most crucial number, it is the number 8. 8 is basically the square root of the closest square number. So, we write the number 8 here to the left of the number and as the quotient. This is actually the most important step of the long division process, to find the first number. If we go wrong here, then the rest of it will definitely be wrong. Okay, now we do like the regular division process. Multiply the divisor 8 and the quotient 8. So 8 times 8 is 64. That I write it under our first pair 68. And we subtract them. 68 minus 64 is 4. The next step is one of the easiest steps. Bring the next pair down. The next pair is 89 and write it down to the right of the number 4. Now the new dividend is 489. So we have completed 3 steps so far. First, we found the pairs from the right. Second, we found the square number and wrote a square root here left and top. And then we did regular division process. Third, we bring down the next pair. Now the fourth step is to find the new divisor. For that, multiply the earlier quotient, that is 8, by 2 and write it here. If you observe it well, you could see that I have left blank spaces next to our new divisor 16. And in this blank space, we will be writing some digit. Okay, the next step. is the most interesting step of the long division method. We use trial and error to find the digit in the blank space. Here we look for the product of two numbers which gives us 489. This is how the product should look. What number do you think we can write in the blank space to get 489 or closely less than 489 as our product? Remember, the digits in both the blank spaces have to be the same. Okay, now here is a trick you need to remember. This trick can be used only when there are no more pairs left here. Since 89 was the last pair we brought down, we can use this trick. We know both blank spaces contain the same digit and any digit from 0 to 9 can be it. That doesn't mean we try all digits one by one starting from 0 until we reach 9. Just look at the units digit of the result we want, it's 9. So the product of the two digits in the blank space must have 9 as the units digit. So we narrow down our possibilities to just two choices. 3 times 3 equals 9 or 7 times 7 equals 49. Both have the units digit as 9. It will either be 163 times 3 or 167 times 7. So the digit in the space will either be 3 or 7. The first product gives us 489 and the second product gives us 1168. So the digit in the space should be 3. After we find the digit in the space, we put 3 in the blank space in the left side here and right next to the quotient like we did in our second step. Now we do like the regular division process. Multiply the new divisor 163 by the quotient 3. 163 times 3 is 489. That I write it under 489. Then we subtract the product from the number above it. That's 489 minus 489, we get 0. The moment we get a 0 here and there are no more pairs left, we are done. But where is the square root of 6889? Well, it's the number you got on top. It's 83. Hence, the square root of 6889 is 83. Okay, because it's a bit lengthy, it's better to check whether our answer is correct or not. But how? Well, one way is to multiply the answer with itself and see if we get the original number. Like 83 times 83 is 6889. The other way is interesting. This number here plus its unit digit will always be twice of the answer. 163 plus its unit digit 3 is 166, which is equal to 83 multiplied by 2. So that's it. We have done it perfectly. Summary. To put your new knowledge into practice, try the your turn questions below.